What are you gonna do? Knock our blocks off?
And welcome back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek. Joining me as always is Mikey the Freak
What's up?
and Steve.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Dukes.
We are back from a slight hiatus, and today we are going to be reviewing the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Before we get going into the review, let's watch the trailer, shall we?
We shall.
What?
It was a night like any other night. Then something happened.
The graphics are awesome.
The graphics are amazing.
Different.
It's no shooting star.
Like
Why
that.
here?
Yeah.
Why now?
What?
Why clowns?
I love those guys. That was the best part. Slim.
They've been knocking them dead all over the universe.
Shorty!
What are you gonna do? Knock my sock off?
Soon they'll be doing it at a theater near you.
Killer clowns from outer space.
It's a jumpy clown. I love the dog. I love
Yeah.
Maybe they're just cruising through the galaxy and stopped here for a bite to eat.
You don't need a police pal, you need a psychiatrist.
Killer clown.
the acid pies.
You're messing with the wrong guy.
What are you in for?
Killer clowns from outer space. It's crazy.
Those killer clowns are on double secret probation.
Nice. All right, Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about this movie?
Oh man, IMDb describes this movie as aliens who look like clowns come from outer space and terrorize a small town. That's
Accurate.
what IMDb. I mean,
That's
they're not
accurate.
Alright.
wrong.
That's
They
it.
are not
That's
wrong.
it.
This movie came out in 1988. It has a running time of 1 hour and 28 minutes. A rating of PG-13. Back when movies were short, sweet, and to the point. I love this. I love this movie. This is a movie that I saw as a small child. And it didn't scar me. It didn't scare me because it's not a scary movie. It's a silly, campy killer clowns from outer space, man. What's not to love about it?
No, I get it. I'm not gonna lie. I watched this movie for the first time like 2, maybe 3 years ago. Because I was deathly scared of clowns. Like
Oh, yeah.
deathly scared of clowns.
Oh, yes.
Going and to tell you the truth, what cured me from this was Halloween Horror Nights every year, and going through and seeing the clowns there. Yeah, that kind of
The
cured me of it.
Jack's Funimation
Oh, Jesus
3D
Christ.
house was the best haunted house. That I think that one from year 25
Yeah,
cured him.
it
He
cured me
walked
because
in, he went in there first. He was shaking and sweating when he came out, but after that, he was. I think he was good. He's like, I think I'm okay now. And after that, he had no issues.
if I could make it through that,
I
I
have
can
a-
make it through any clown. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have a buddy, Lalo. You can hear the full story on my podcast on the first episode with RJ. But clowns scared my buddy Lalo so bad that he legit blacked out.
Oh wow.
Like didn't faint, pass out, just blacked out and doesn't remember like a solid portion of what happened with these clowns. And there's a fun video online of YouTube of someone coming at him with a clown outfit when he is in an enclosed area, and he legit breaks a wall as he
Oh
runs
wow!
to escape.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
clowns are a lot of fun. I have a ton of clown stories. I'm not gonna lie, I
oh
have a
no,
ton
that's
of
okay.
clown
But
stories.
back on topic here. Yeah,
Yeah.
back on topic. So when I watched it, I'm like, oh my god, this is not scary at all. Like, it's more funny
Far
than
from it.
anything
Yeah.
else. Yeah, it's definitely more funny than anything else, with weird humor, bad acting, and bad special effects. So
Don't forget about the bad acting.
yeah,
I
it
wouldn't
was.
say it's that bad. I wouldn't say it's that bad of acting. I've seen worse.
I've seen worse too, but for what it
We've
is,
reviewed worse.
yeah, we've definitely reviewed worse, but it is what it is. I can see
Yeah.
the cult following for this movie. I get it, um, but
Yeah.
yeah, it
I
is
love
bad
it.
acting. It is bad acting. Mikey the Freak, how about you? What'd you think of it?
Yeah, the cult fall. It's funny because the movie was terrible in the '80s, and when I first watched it, I'm like, oh, I could see the same thing. I could see the cult following, and I liked the circus. When I was younger, and it was like, yeah, I don't think that would ever happen. The crazy clowns, and then when you get all these people dressed up like killer clowns, there's that there's that cult following.
Yeah,
They love the cult following part of that, but it's definitely not a scary movie. Little grotesque,
yeah,
with some blood every now and then, but
I'll
not
give it that.
very. Definitely not as gory and horror as they say it should be. More of a
I, I'd love
corny.
to know where this. I'd love to know where this blood is.
That's when they pull the thing off the cotton candy. You have the
That's
blood
okay.
that
Okay.
was on the face of the cotton
There
candy.
is one scene with blood.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the cotton candy one. That was it.
Then
And
that's
they're
it. That's it.
That's it. I was gonna say that's it.
aren't they sucking the blood out of the people that are in the cotton candy as well?
Yeah, with a
Yeah,
swirly straw,
yeah,
but
with the swirly straw.
that doesn't necessarily
That's
like.
kind of the grotesque, kind of like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, I get it.
I will say, it did make me want a swirly straw.
Yeah, yeah.
I do miss swirly straws.
A
You're never too old for you're never too old for
cherry
swirly straw.
milkshake.
Yeah. All right. So now that we said what we thought, let's go ahead and just jump into ratings. Actually, Steve, how would you rate this movie and give your final thoughts on it?
I love this movie, but I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5.
Ooh, 8.5.
It's yeah, man, it's cheese, it's over the top, but it's definitely not perfection. I am super excited because I'm sure neither of you know about this, but they are making a Killer Clowns from Outer Space video
Video
game
game.
in
What?
which
We don't know
you are
about it?
going.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I didn't know if you guys were going to mention it. You know, we usually don't mention other franchise and things outside of it, but there's going to be a video game that I'm super
Mhm.
excited for. There's talks with the revival and all of this of a possible sequel.
Yep.
I just went to CreepyCon last year where the three directors were there. Grant Kramer was there. Suzanne Snyder was there. I didn't talk to any of them. I just saw them from a distance because I don't pay for autographs in person because that's the cheapskate I am. But that's just me. But it was exciting to see them. Like, I love the movie. I hope there's going to be a sequel. I'm excited to play the video game.
Yeah.
Solid 8.5. Kevin,
Bearded Geek.
bearded geek? Sorry, bearded geek. Strike that. Reverse it. Bearded
Get
geek.
it right.
What?
No.
No, I'll give this I'll give it a solid 7. Even with the bad acting, the cheese, the bad special effects, you stay entertained. I mean, and that's what movies are for. They're there to entertain you. That's what movies are for. You stay entertained throughout the whole thing. You got the video game coming up, which I am excited for.
Yeah.
I'm not a horror person, and I still have a Killer Clowns Chiato Brothers autograph hanging on my wall. I I I like it. It's one of those movies that there you go, Mikey the Freak. How about you, man? What do you think?
Oh, I love my Funkos. I got all the Killer Clowns from Outer Space Funkos. Yeah, I'm in the same ballpark. I think it's more of an 8 for me.
Okay.
Um, the acting not as terrible. There is over the top acting. That's where I think we think it's terrible. Is they're freaking out and they're all over the place and they're like, yeah, you got to listen to me. We got to do this. So I think it's just overacting, which they really didn't need to, and it probably would have made it a little bit better of a rating on that part. But nostalgic. I love the movies when I was younger. I still love the franchise now. They just came back again with Halloween Horror Nights with Haunted House
Hmm.
and with the scare zones that I completely loved
Definitely.
walking around with Shorty. I got a picture with Shorty from Halloween Horror Nights. So I love it. But to see that come to life at Halloween Horror Nights was absolutely amazing a few years ago. But a solid 8, just for the nostalgic part of it. I love
I
the
got
movie.
you. I got you. All right, now it's time for some movie memorabilia, which I actually have this week.
Woo.
We have the Dickies Killer Clowns from Outer Space subscriber yellow pink splatter vinyl for $199 with free shipping. As you can see there's also a Killer Clowns Funko that Mikey the Freak is showing. Let's go ahead and show that real quick. You have your Trick or Treat Studios Killer Clowns from Outer Space Deluxe Cotton Candy Prop for $593.81. Free shipping. Hell of a deal.
Love free shipping.
Love free shipping. And that is all I have because it looks like I loaded the same picture twice. Awesome.
Amazing. I got something for you though. I didn't think you could find a picture of it, but
There
at
you go.
Spirit Halloween this year, they have a life-size shorty. It's around 5'5". It's animated. You step on it, and it goes, "Put up your dukes. Put up your dukes. Put up your dukes," just like that. And I absolutely love it. My kids want me to get it, and yeah, no, my
And
wife.
the third item is Killer Clowns from Outer Space action figures lot, tiny shorty rare at
There you go.
$899 and
Thank you very much.
$29.99 shipping.
Bad deal. Bad shipping.
Bad deal, bad shipping. Absolutely. I have to ask, did you just skip over me on my
I
fun
did.
facts?
I did not. I completely. We were gone for a week. We
He
took
was
a
so
hiatus,
excited.
and I
Look, he's so
completely forgot the
excited. He
format of the
actually had
show.
something.
So
He
yes,
had
dear.
something. He's like, "Fuck, I'm doing it now. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
get it out of the way."
we took a hiatus, and I completely forgot the format of the show. So Steve,
Well, guess what? I have no facts. No, I'm just kidding. I have facts. I just kidding. The
The
scene in
cotton
which the
candy's
car
real.
was the scene in which the car is thrown over the cliff was intentionally intended to be far more spectacular. The car was to fly over the cliff and crash down to the ground. Unfortunately, the sling rope snapped because the effects crew members neglected to remove the stoppers from underneath the car's wheels. The result was what was seen in the final film of the car slowly tumbling over the edge before it becomes caught on fire.
nice.
The $2 million budget was primarily on production costs. The clown and visual effects were created almost entirely by the filmmakers at very little cost.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Let's see. The first day of recording, the musical score for Killer Clowns took place on Halloween, October 31st, 1987. Originally, Clownzilla was supposed to be made with stop animation. Due to the production costs and limited time to shoot, they made a suit instead.
Nice.
There's a bunch of other stuff, but an early version of the restaurant scene was shot showing the Cheeto brothers sitting at a table as backgrounds, as background extras.
That's cool.
And that those are just some random fun facts about. You get
Killer
the
Clowns.
classic Willem scream. It's heard when the King Clown or Clownzilla throws Rich and Paul from the ice cream truck, or they
Okay.
throw the ice cream truck. That's
That's about it.
yeah.
All right, Mikey the
That's that.
Freak. How about you with some related reels?
Yeah, there's a
Good
lot of
luck.
the yeah, a lot of the ones in here haven't really done much. But I did go with Grant Kramer, so your main character Mike. He was in movies like Lone Survivor. He also was in Willy's Wonderland with Nick Cage. Yeah,
Who
he
was
was.
he in Willy's
I don't
Wonderland?
know, but that's what it said, so I wrote it down.
I just watched Willy's Wonderland.
I
Like
don't know. IMDb.
he's
I
got
said, look, it has
what
a
the
name, so I'm
fuck?
like, oh, he might have been a decent character. I don't remember him, but yeah, I've seen Willy's Wonderland too. Um, So Suzanne Snyder, which plays Debbie, she's actually in Fools Rush In, which is a cute movie with Matt. My mind just went blank. I'm sorry.
I wasn't even listening to what
Yeah,
you're saying. I'm
that's
trying to
it.
figure out who Grant Kramer played in the movie.
Oh, Selma Hayek. I'm sorry. And then she was also in Weird Science from the 80s. Also, she was one of the girlfriends. And then John Vernon, which played Mooney, Airplane 2, and then one of Steve's favorite movies, Animal House. Had to put
Ah!
had to write John Vernon in there for Animal House.
Absolutely. Double secret probation. He
Yeah,
plays a
that's
character
it.
named Jerry Robert Willis. I have no idea who that is. If I had to guess anything, I'd say he's the guy that owns the building, the cowboy guy. That seems like the best answer to who he is, but now I need to rewatch Willy's Wonderland.
Yep,
That
I
movie's
agree.
awesome and weird in its own right, though, so
It's definitely weird as shit. Yes.
yeah, hell
Is
yeah.
that all for related reels, sir?
Yeah, I think so.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's it. That's all I got. I just got the 3.
Well, as we come to a close, Steve, where can people find you on your podcast?
The last podcast you'd want. That's right. It's the last podcast you'd want because no other podcast is as boring as mine. I don't know why I said that. I talk about movies and pop culture, entertainment, all of that fun stuff. Sometimes my buddy Travis joins me, and you can catch that whenever we decide to drop and record. But it's available for your ears on every major podcast outlet, and it's available for your eyes on YouTube. Tip the veal, try the staff. Thanks for coming. And if you didn't, better luck next time.
Well, as we come to a close, make sure you do all the YouTuber things. Give us a good old thumbing. Hit that like and subscribe. Tell us what you thought of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. So for Mikey the Freak and Steve, I am the Bearded Geek, saying keep it retro, everybody.
Peace.